All right, so I've got to tell Summer what happened with Sven. So this was letters to Sven, even though, I mean, he doesn't even watch the show. I sit there and tell him, we did an episode about you titled, remember that one time it was, I don't know, he was sick or something. There's letters to Sven or something. Oh, remember, because when he got that demo thing. And then he was pretending like I didn't know that I was the one that bought it on YouTube. Anyway, so I get this email from eBay, because I follow Dave on eBay. And so apparently the Loved Ones came out with the 10th anniversary, one of those vinyls. Yeah, we don't understand what they are. We don't own a record player, but, we now understand this is something people collect, and that's what you do to support the artist or whatever, is to buy these things. And they only made 500 of them. So I said to Sven, I said, do you have this? Because he's got one job as my friend, and that's to tell me all things Dave. All things Dave. Because he knows I don't follow Dave on Facebook. He knows I don't have Instagram and Twitter and these things. If he was half a friend, he would know. And so I say, why didn't you tell me about this? Because now it's all sold out. So do you want to know what his response was? Oh, you said you didn't care for the Loved Ones. That's why I didn't mention it. Instead of saying, I'm a bad friend, a lame friend, or whatever it is. Oh, yeah, blamed it on me. Oh, well, I think you can imagine what happened. It's the same dynamic with cattle, and I just said, oh, my freaking God. First off, why would you even be friends with somebody that didn't like the Loved Ones? And I said, I fancy myself,
So
well, then I just was being mean to him all day long, saying, I can't even believe you would say that. Why would you? I said, if you thought I didn't like the Loved Ones, I would think you should unfriend me. And he goes, oh, I got you mixed up with this other friend of mine. And come to think of it, that guy only comes around when he wants something. I go, yeah, I sure. What was my response? Yeah, I know the feeling. So then and before that I had said, and I said, honestly, that's an insult. If you were really my friend for 2 years or whatever, and, I'm this person that only believes in fierce loyalty, and then I don't care for the Loved Ones, but I fancy myself, at least in Dave's top 10 fans. I realize I'm a little bit of a late comer to the game, but it took the universe a while to send me. That's what I've kind of come to the conclusion. That's why I just come busting out of nowhere on Facebook, telling Dave, you're the greatest singer-songwriter of our time. The universe sent me. Do I sit around here summer saying I'm bored? No. I'm going to find some singer and become their super fan? Have you ever heard me even say anything remotely like that? So the obvious conclusion that we can come to is the universe sent me. So, knowing all this, Sven knows I've won every stage it and plan to win every single other one. And the last stage, it was a Loved One stage it, but yet I don't care for them, so I don't need to be informed of this rare, limited edition thing that's coming out for only $12.99. And now I'm going to end up having to pay, you're already seeing what's going on. These, record scalpers rush right in there and buy this stuff up to resell to Kelly at a ridiculous profit. So anyway, so there's three of them. There's a black one, a silver one, and a red one. And of course, if you're any kind of, fan, you've got to have all three of them. You're not going to just, but I would think the red one would be the favorite, don't you?
I
think if people,
red and
gray or silver or whatever, but
probably
there's 100 black, 200 red, 200 silver. So there's only 500 total to, and I don't know if Dave has 500 super fans. He has way more than 500 fans, but people that even, remember when I first saw it, I emailed him and said, oh, I don't know if you really know, they have something called a CD now. You don't have to have a record player. Get rid of it. So anyway, so now I'm just ripping him apart for like 6 hours. Just saying, you're a terrible friend, you're a terrible friend. If you're any kind of friend, if you had any kind of consideration for my feelings, you wouldn't say something like that to me. Am I wrong, Summer? Oh, I didn't think you didn't care for the Loved Ones, so I didn't even think even if you thought I didn't care for him, you would say, "Oh, I don't know if you saw this, but they came out with this thing for $12.99." At which point he knows I would snap it right up. Meaning, because my hobby is helping him with this collection. I mean, because I don't really have that hobby, but if it is important to have all this material in one place, and I can help with that, because most of this stuff really isn't getting to Europe, I don't think. I'm sure people from Europe buy it though, but I don't, I think it's sold in the U.S. I don't think it's getting to Europe. Anyway, so that's what's going on. So I just ripped him apart for days, and then I just pulled my little, sudden,